Afternoon. Well, the ACT Party is not convinced a ban on social media for under 16s will work or is the right way to go. ACT Party leader David Seymour joins us on the show. David, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So you've said for every problem there is a solution that is simple, neat and wrong. Do you see this in this potential social media ban for under 16s?
Yeah, I do. It's one of those times when I think we just need to take a step back. Yes, social media is a real problem. There's a lot of bullying online. Being online brings out the worst in people when they interact with each other. There's grotesque content, be it sexual or violent or whatever. And there's also, I think, an incentive for social media companies to make their algorithms addictive. And there's a lot of literature. You read Jonathan Haidt, you read Johann Hari, the people who really think about this stuff, to say it's disturbing the way that kids' minds evolve. All of that's true. But just putting together a ban slapdash in the middle of a week of Parliament and saying this is your solution, it's hard to believe that a solution that simple can actually solve a problem this complex. And here's just one reason why. You're not actually banning kids from the internet, you're banning kids from social media companies. There's still a million other places on the internet that can have those three problems that I described. And actually, if anything, while social media companies are bad in some ways, at least they're a relatively controlled environment compared with where they can end up in the dark web.
How important is online anonymity for free speech? Because anything that involves proving your age could risk that anonymity.
Well, that's another thing. I mean, if you look at this ban, in actual fact, it's really a requirement on adults to prove their identity before logging in. And you think about, how we're trying to reduce bureaucracy. It doesn't seem very sensible. But look, here's what I say. We shouldn't say it's all too hard and wash our hands of it. We should use the Parliament we're paying for. Say, look, take it to a select committee. Have the social media companies come and put their side of the story. Have people like Jonathan Haidt and Johann Hari, world exports, zoom in or maybe even come here. Hear from your local school principal about what works. Look at some of the technologies that some parents are using to monitor and control their own kids' social media use. By the end of that process, we might find that together as a country, we can have a much smarter solution to this problem than slapping on a ban. And if it means we're 6 months behind Australia, who are already having lots of trouble with their approach, then so be it. I would rather judge when we finish with a good result rather than when we start off on the road to getting a bad one.
Do you think it's realistic to just say, look, parents, you sort it out, they're your kids. If you think it's a problem, then spend resources on solving the problem?
No, I don't. I think our society altogether, business, parents, and the government all have a role to play. Just like I say that they all have a role to play when it comes to school attendance. The community owns these problems because we get the impacts when they go wrong. However, I also believe that we've got to start being a little bit realistic about the fact that the government alone cannot do the job of business and community just by slapping on a ban. If solving our problems was that simple, we wouldn't have any.
David, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. That is ACT Party leader David Seymour. So the social media ban, the proposal is in the biscuit tin. And if it gets pulled out of that biscuit tin,